So we have a couple tips for competition entries for REELise. My tip would be to plan your film. So make a list. It's also good to, maybe write a little bit of a script on what you want to say so you're not just babbling on. It's also really good to have a theme on what you're talking about. I mean, it can be, pretty and you can make the film look good, but if there's no message behind it, it's not really empowering for other people to see.
Making sure you have pretty decent sound quality, just for the fact that nobody really wants to hear wind howling in their ears, especially on a big screen like where REELise is. There's special mics you can get for like your iPad or your phone that just plug in and make the sound a lot more clearer, kind of cut back on the background sounds. And if you don't want to bother with that, you can just mute the entire thing and then add some royalty-free music in the background, or compose your own little piece if you're musically gifted, or do some voiceovers, work those little throat muscles.
One of my tips is to film it correctly. So a lot of people do it like this, including myself. I've done this so many times, but it's always the best way to do it horizontally. Make sure you're actually filming. I've done a whole monologue and then realize it's not even filming. So that is very important. Also, you want to make sure that your camera or phone is focused.
All right, my other tip for you guys today is going to be talking about shots. Different shots, different angle shots really can affect what the mood of it is, I guess what you're trying to show. Like say someone is saying something really important or like a dramatic monologue, close up. Always do a close up. Have some kind of transitional shot between shots. You don't want to just have like a chunk of footage. Try different things, experiment, do some research. It's really helpful. Film more than you think you're going to need in that regard. And another tip for when you're making your own films is making sure you have permission for everything you use. I'm talking actors, I'm talking about the music, the artwork, everything you put in there has to have some sort of permission. That means making sure you don't just steal the top 10 songs on iTunes and chuck them onto your film. That's going to cause a copyright issue. So the ways you get around that is by using royalty-free music or just composing your own piece. Making sure that you have all of your actors' permissions, like consent, being like, yep, I agree to being filmed. You can make me look as silly as you want, as good as you want. Perfect. If you're going to put some artworks up there, making sure that you have permission to use it or that you've created them yourself. I'll tell you one thing, the editing process is one of the most extensive. It can dramatically change the mood and the tone of your film depending what music you use, what voiceovers, what kind of shots people use. It is by far the longest and most tedious, but definitely the most worthwhile and the most important. It can really kind of make or break your film. Make copies. Save your film everywhere. Save all your raw footage, save all your photos, all of your music, any kind of voice memo, anything you use, save it in multiple places. Congrats! You got to the most exciting part of making a film, which is submitting it. So what you need to do is fill out the online form and attach a link to a high definition copy of your film, but make sure it can be downloaded, just so we can chuck it up on the big VMAX screen.